not a legitimate trial. It was a mock trial.
Exactly. Now, a mock trial is legal, but not to let a person think that they're having a real trial. That's where it's illegal. But a lot of times they use a mock trial to try things out on. That's
Train
legal.
law students or...
Exactly. Not only that, if they want to know the outcome of a trial, they put in jurors just to see how it would happen. But when they start convincing you that this is what's happening...
A legitimate trial.
That's right. That's when they're really in bad shape.
Now, how did you find out this was a mock trial?
Just by everything that occurred. Every night till 11 o'clock at night, my lawyer, their lawyer, would be in judges' chambers. Her secretary would call me up and she said, "What are they doing in there?" I says, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Isn't this normal?" "I don't know. I never was in court." She says, "Never. They never are in a court like that till 11 o'clock at night." That's when I thought to myself, I must be special. Why am I so special? Why isn't there a bailiff in there? Why aren't the people got donuts like everybody else? And why is it so hot in there? And you know they'd be liable, but people would drop dead. And what prima donna judge sitting in that black robe going to sit in that heat? You're not going to do it.
So in other words, this particular courtroom was really out of service.
Exactly.
And the attorneys got together along with the judge and decided to put on a show.
Well, you know why they did it? There's a good reason why.
Tell us.
My husband had the papers showing that he was laid off of work. He had the documents. He also was suing because he was fired for stealing meat. He also had papers saying that he resigned, even though there is no resignation paper signed. You'd have to have a bunch of retards sitting there as jurors not to figure something's wrong here. Just like a man can't get killed 3 times, he can't get fired, retired, and everything else. And they would be showing his signature with no signature on it, you know, resignation form. And all these people looking at, this is nuts. I mean, these people are out of their minds. And it didn't make any sense. So Gary would have won that trial, and it was an automatic trial if he'd have won and went regular. That's why they had to go, because they couldn't convince me to settle. They did everything. Threatened that I'll get sued for $60,000. I said, hey, let them do it. So we're going all the way.
So you had a lawyer that tried to get you to settle for a lowball
We had
offer?
5 lawyers.
5 lawyers.
Then on top of it, if you read my story, we had that last lawyer that tried to tell my witness off and run her off. He did everything in his power to screw and sabotage our case. Then he wanted to get paid for it because I fired him. So he wanted $25,000 after signing a contingency fee contract with me. He wasn't going to go into court. He told me I've got to settle. That's when they had my husband badgered again, calling him pussy whipped, and his wife's got to run. And he said, hey, if my wife says we go and settle, then we settle. Because he didn't want to, you know. So he called me up, and you don't want to hear what I told him. So he knew they were going to go to court. He said, well, I'm not going to court with you. We're going to lose, and I'm not going. I said, that's too goddamn bad. You signed that paper, you're going to be our lawyer, and you're going in there. So he turns around, he says, well, I want 25 grand. I said, are you nuts? I said, we signed a contingency fee contract. You can't change it around and say you want 25G.
Which is contingent upon you winning.
Exactly. But he knew he wasn't going to win this case because he knew it was all set up. He wasn't going to win, and the only time he would get money is if we settled.
Now, you're saying that the attorney was in on the fix.
Oh, yeah. They all are. See, you cannot...
All 5 of your attorneys
All
were.
5.
Okay.
And it's the same thing when somebody's getting convicted for murder. They cannot do it. That's why they hate pro se's with a passion. And they hate pro se's that got knowledge of the law. Because how am I going to talk to you and say, come here, help me sell you out?
Now tell us,
you're not going to do it.
In your research, what did you find out that actually brings lawyers and judges together to form a real partnership so they can work together for each other's benefit and not necessarily the benefit of the client?
Oh, they think they're benefiting humanity by saving the world from us peons. I mean, you know, throwing money at us, and, you know, having us buy steaks and stuff like that with it, you know, that's like throwing it to a dog, you know. They can't have that. So what they do is they work together for the benefit of humanity. I mean, this Constitution is a pain in the ass to these people. And it got to the point that, you know, our forefathers knew exactly what they were going to do. And they got them blocked in every direction they want to go.
Are you suggesting that since these guys have a little bit more power than the average American, that they are really misusing the Constitution?
You got it, and it's all got to do with patronage.
Ah, patronage.
Now you want to know...
That's a word that we're used to. We've heard that several times. You know, we've been living in Chicago for nearly
For a long time.
Oh, okay, long time.
Like me. Well, you know what patronage is?
Tell us.
Ask the people in Russia. When
Uh-oh.
everybody starts working for the government, that's communism.
Ah.
And what happens, it's just like with Miriam Santos. You remember her, don't you?
Yes.
She didn't want to give their money away for the people that were on the fire department, their pension plan. What she didn't realize is that when the machine put you in, you belong to the machine. You don't work for the taxpayer. You never did. I mean, that's a bunch of bullshit. These people are idiots. And she actually told, well, listen, I got in. I'm popular. All my Puerto Ricans are going to vote for me. You know, how can he stop me? You seen her ass sitting in jail, didn't you?
Last time we saw on TV.
What they had to do only is the same way they taught her, twist the arm of all the businesses saying, give us money because we're going to be running for office. That's against the law. The only trouble is that you can break the law if they let you.
So,
nobody else can.
But one of the things that I hear you saying is that the system, meaning the courts and the attorneys, are pretty much linked with the political organization.
Chicago's by far the worst. But it's all over. It's all over. What they're doing, they're putting people in prison purposely with malice. And how they're doing that, they're not giving them their audio tapes. They won't even say they exist. You even mention it to them, they start quivering.
The audio tapes.
The audio tapes, every trial, I don't give a damn if it's a juvenile trial, probate court, they have an audio tape. And why is it there? Because you or you can say to that court reporter, I never said that.
So
That's
while
when they're
you're
supposed
in
to whip
court,
up that backup tape and play it to you and say, is that not your voice?
so while you're in court, the court reporter is making a transcript, but you're
right.
saying that there is a tape in every single court that records every word so that the average citizen can go back and check the audio tapes with the transcripts.
Right, in San Francisco, which is
Check
another
the
federal
accuracy.
court, and that's the law of the
Check the
world, the
accuracy.
law of the land here.
Okay,
Every federal court has to be the same. They can't have state court, state laws, you know.
okay.
In San Francisco, they hand you your damn tape. You get your own transcriber.
Right then.
That's right.
So what happens in Chicago?
In Chicago, you're
And you
supposed
want
to pay.
to, and you want to get a copy of the audio tapes of your trial. Is there a place where you can go to do that? And what happens?
You go to the 17th floor of the federal court building. You know, that's one area. Every court's got their own.
Yes.
And you go up there and you say, I'd like to purchase my tape. All you have to have is, you can purchase anybody's tape. It's not like it's none of your business. It's a common law right to inspect law. So as
Public
long
record.
as I have the court case number or the name of the two individuals suing each other, I can buy each day's tape is worth $20.
Now that's the law. The law
That
says
is-
that you can do that.
I've got that paper I
You
gave
have a
you.
right to do that.
As a
The
matter
Court
of fact-
Reporters Act, second series.
Right. As a matter of fact, we do have a copy of that particular law. It happens to be in your book. By the way, we're going to give everybody an opportunity to jot this book down. And on the screen, we are actually showing a copy of that law, which says that every person who appears before a judge has the right to get a copy of their own tape.
That's right.
And that
That's
is
been since Madison's time. And he says even though the tapes are magnetic and not writings, they are under the common law right to inspect law. Anything that your court reporter has, little notes, anything, they belong to you. Everything.
Now, most folks in Chicago have no real knowledge of that.
That's right.
And
And they're going to make sure you don't.
now, what about a situation where we are aware that the stenographer is typing the records and a person whose trial has just occurred is interested in getting information from the copies of what has been typed? We've heard that
That's where the tape's supposed to come in.
okay, but that is supposed to be the stenographer's
Property.
personal property,
According to them.
according to them.
They'll say, this is the court reporter. It's like her pencil. We even got Judge Duff, a federal court judge, saying that and denying Zorek his tapes. He can't do that. He said, well, if I give you your tapes, then I'll have to give them to everybody. They'll be playing on a Channel 7, Channel 12, Channel 32.
Well, if the court reporter's property is the piece that she typed,
Yeah,
the citizen's property is the tapes.
that's right.
How do we get the tapes?
You go up to that counter and you ask, well, of course, she's going to say no. You show her this court reporter's law act, and she's going to start running. I mean, she's going to start galloping like a big elephant. She's fat, you know. and she'll start running on you, and you will not stop her. You can go to the FBI, and you know what they're going to say to you? That you're a lawyer, no, you're here. No, my lawyer don't know. What the hell? My lawyer don't own me. If we'll take these papers, we'll get back to you. Yeah, they get back to you saying you ain't got enough evidence. There's enough evidence in here for the atomic bomb. Are they crazy?
Now, would you suspect that there are times when the court reporter's transcript is different from that which you actually said in court?
Everybody